And with that, I want to bring Brother Awet Tsehaye from Global-E-ACL. Awet, oh yeah, I think there's a lot I want to say about your organization and what you have been doing for our refugees. And many of our listeners remember when you've donated, your Global-E-ACL campaign donated 50K to help deal with the same refugees we are talking about. So I want you to introduce yourself to our listeners here in this Zoom, but as well as the Afar globally. So welcome. The floor is yours, Brother Awet.
Thank you, Brother Ahmed. On behalf of Global-E-ACL, obviously, we want to show our appreciation for the invitation. And in terms of helping our refugees, it's our obligation. It's nothing to be appreciated for. It's an obligation as a citizen of Eritrea. And Brother Mohammed and Arha, they have been great partners of ours, our organization, and we appreciate and we support the good work that you and your team continue to do. So keep up the good job. Now, Brother Ahmed, if you don't mind, I have a few slides to share. If you could make me a co-host, I would love to do that.
Yes, indeed. Here you go. Share co-host right now.
Okay.
Yes.
Good deal. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
You guys can see it?
Yes, we can see it perfectly.
Yes, okay. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Once again, thank you so much for the invite. My name is Awet Tsehaye. I'm one of the executives of Global-E-ACL, Eritrean movement. I lead the global diplomacy department. I'm a father of 3 kids, along with my wife and my kids. I live in Oklahoma, in the U.S. And in terms of helping our folks and our people at refugee camps, in a small way, I played some role with the Yiakle Foundation, and I'm looking forward to sharing with you a couple of slides. Once again, thank you so much for the invite. So Global-E-ACL, obviously for the sake of our process today or for the agenda purpose, just want to be able to go ahead and introduce you who Global-E-ACL is and be able to go ahead and share with you some of our work. Global-E-ACL is an Eritrean movement trying to bring some change back home. We consist of 11 countries worldwide, literally working together to find justice for all the injustice that's being caused upon our people back home. We consist of 8 different departments, and as you can see, highlighted on number 3, I lead the diplomacy department, and I'm proud of some of the work that my team and I have done in being the voice of our voiceless people. We are literally driven, trying to find solutions for some of the challenge, including the challenge of our Eritrean refugees, Afar refugees. And it's exciting to be able to go ahead and, in a small way, but be able to go ahead and help out. And then, of course, in order to go ahead and solve problems, we need to recruit talents to help us solve those problems. And then, of course, we try to communicate some of the works that we are doing with our people, such as this meeting. We continue to meet with individuals and institutions worldwide, and obviously try to be the voice of our people. And without exaggeration, we are definitely making some headways. Some of the things that we do, obviously, besides sending emails and being able to go ahead and meet with some institutions and representatives, we continuously write letters, as you can see a few of the many samples. We continue to build relationships and networking and tell our story, the story of our Afar refugees. that are in Ethiopia and what we could do to help our people. And then, of course, in addition to that, we continue to tell our story as Eritreans, facts about Eritrea. As you can see, we gained our independence in 1993, and it's unfortunate we are obviously ruled by one dictator called Isaias Afwerki. We only have one party system. We don't have a constitution. We don't have independent press, so on and so forth. We continue to tell these facts to the international community. In addition to that, obviously, the regime doesn't discriminate regardless of your religion or your ethnicity or your height or your weight or so on and so forth. It equally continues to cause injustice to our people. So we continue to let the world community know of such. An example is this is our sister, Siham Ali Abdu. She's been in jail since she was 15. And obviously, we don't know where she is, and this is unfortunate. Furthermore, we continue to expose the image of our people and our country in every news outlet that obviously that you read about Eritrea. It's unfortunate that it's negativity. And from the diaspora, what can we do to go ahead and change this image? And it's one of the things that we put a lot of emphasis on, and we continue to work on it. So if we're doing all this and meeting with leaders and institutions globally, what are some of the results? And it is exciting to communicate to you that some of the things that we have done is, for example, the regime continues to do fundraisers, so on and so forth. And we managed to stop some of these seminars. An example of that is in Houston, Texas. As a result of our unity, being able to go ahead and work together, we exposed the regime, and we told the venue that was obviously hosting the event, do you know who this regime is? Do you know this regime is obviously under sanction by the US government? Do you know this regime is under executive sanction of the Joe Biden administration, so on and so forth? By the time we found out on Thursday, the event was scheduled on Saturday. We managed to go ahead and start the event by Friday. So these are some of the successes that we have had. In addition to that, we like to think, and then we know we played some role in terms of the sanctions from the Treasury Department. Furthermore, we managed to go ahead and some of the challenge or the problems or the issues that our refugees continue to be exposed to. An example of this is we have two Eritreans named Alam and Kubrom. They were in jail for 9 years in Egypt for no cause, for the exception of just being refugees. Once we found out what the challenge was or what the issue was, really like any other refugees, they just went to Egypt for a better life, and they put them in jail for 9 years and just literally forgot about them. So as an institution, as global, we work hard connecting with diplomats and governments and what have you. Not only did we manage to go ahead and get them out of jail, but we managed to go ahead and actually process a paperwork for them. And with the partnership of the Canadian government, we got them to Canada. Now they are living in Canada all happily. So these are a few of the many of the works that we have done. Furthermore, we have the working partners. Obviously, we know our unity is going to be critical in terms of trying to find the solution to our challenge, and we continue to work with our partners in such. One of the things that we did as an institution is we found a nonprofit organization called Yiakle Foundation, and the purpose of this nonprofit organization is to raise money and raise awareness of what our refugees are going through, such as our Afar refugees in Ethiopia. As a result of it, globally, with the partnership of Eritrean community connection down there in Seattle, and then along with ARHA, we managed to collect over $800,000 from Eritreans. In addition to that, with partnership of other nonprofit organizations, we managed to get $60,000 worth of personal protection equipment. Furthermore, because of obviously our accountability work, we did receive $250,000 in cash donation. And then the latest one is we have received 4.2 million worth of medical supplies in cash in donation. And this is to help our refugees in different locations worldwide. And this is some of our work. As you could see, we help our refugees in Ethiopia, in the Tigray region, and in the Afar region. We help our refugees in Sudan, in Libya, in Egypt, and so on and so forth. One of the work that we are really proud of is the work that we did in Afar, and this is before the war broke out. I mean, immediately we managed to go ahead and approve $50,000 budget to help at the 2 refugee camps in Ethiopia. And the beneficiaries are, as you can see in the picture, our Eritrean Afar refugees. Here is additional pictures as they were receiving the support or the assistance. Now, can we do more? Absolutely. But one of the challenges that we continue to get is security, like the rest of the international community is what's going through in terms of challenges of security. But these are a few of, like I said, the many supports that we have provided to our Eritrean refugees. In the Tigray region, at 4 refugee camps, we managed to go ahead and support them with about $80,000 budget. And like I said, Arhai is one of our partners, and they were able to go ahead and help us out on the ground. Furthermore, in Libya, we have a budget of $43,000 that we've been working on. Not having a government and stability down there, it is extremely difficult to work. But so far, we have managed to help. Now, unfortunately, because of lack of working partners, all our budget has not been spent in Libya, but we're going to continue to strive and continue to find ways to help our people. In Egypt, we spent about $35,000 budget in helping our refugees there as well. In addition to that, in Sudan, we managed to help with $263,000 budget. And as you can see, the results are in the picture in front of us. In addition to that, I know earlier I said we received $250,000 in cash donation. And what we did is in Sudan at a refugee camp called Tendebra, we hired Eritrean doctors and we hired Eritrean nurses, and we managed to go ahead and open a clinic. And we were helping about 100 Eritrean refugees a day in terms of getting healthcare needs. In addition to that, globally, especially when the Eritrean refugees were going through a lot in Libya, we managed to get out in the streets of Canada, in the streets of the US, in the streets of European countries, and we were able to go ahead and be the voice of our voiceless refugees. And there is many refugees from different countries in Libya, but we, the only Eritreans globally, managed to mobilize and be their voice, and then we are definitely proud of that. Furthermore, there is Eritrean war veterans who are disabled that are living in Sudan. It's unfortunate Eritrean heroes are treated in such just because they have a different political views. But we managed to go ahead and reach out to them and ask them exactly what their needs are. And upon learning what their needs are, we cut a budget of $41,000, and we were able to go ahead and help them out with motorcycles and healthcare needs, and then foods and so on and so forth. And then, of course, at the moment, as you all know, the regime in Eritrea is mobilizing the diaspora for funding purposes and, of course, for its own propaganda purposes. And we are active working worldwide, exposing the regime. This is only festival in name only, but in reality, it is just mobilizing its supporters for fundraising purposes and for warmongering agendas for the Horn of Africa. In addition to that, we had our own festivals gathering the young and all justice seekers, while the regime is obviously advocating for war. we are advocating for anti-war and for peace. Overall, this is what it looks like. And once again, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to come today and share with you some of the things that we are doing for our Eritrean Afar refugees, and then of course for all refugees worldwide. Thanks so much.